I die today, I'ma go and get some money. If I die today, I'ma go and get some money. If I die today, if I die today.
Cold flows for a cold mind, see a new world, but I'm so blind. Kick rocks when your time's up, better start digging like a coal mine. Cold heart, seen cold times, it's a bold move, but the sunshine raise up when you...
Alright guys, we are back with another Cardano video. Go ahead, hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notification bell. I got my hot tea and honey locked and loaded, ready to go. Let's get this show started. And we have IOHK here. The video we did yesterday talked about Ouroboros and the origins of Cardano. Go ahead and check that video out. A lot of good info on that. And today, IOHK put this out. Now, this is pretty interesting. Minimizing proof of work's energy costs and the carbon footprint is one of the hottest topics in crypto. Today, at the Cryptology Conference, members of the IOG research team introduced Ophilmos, a new consensus protocol to reduce the energy waste of proof of work blockchain. So we know that Bitcoin, especially in times of high greed and high hype, so during bull runs, the energy consumption of Bitcoin could get to astronomical levels. Literally during the height of the bull run, when everybody had their miners on and GPU prices were through the roof, finally got one for a reasonable price. But when GPUs were through the roof, we could see that Bitcoin was drawing the amount of power of a small country. Now, that is pretty insane. So in order for Bitcoin to continue to exist in its current form, or without it being banned everywhere, we're going to have to upgrade the Bitcoin ecosystem to draw less power and still have that same secure, same decentralized, quote unquote, mechanism. So Cardano, they are experts in the Bitcoin blockchain, guys. You have to understand, Cardano is not like Ethereum. Cardano is an extension of Bitcoin. Cardano was what Ethereum was supposed to be. You have to understand that, guys. Cardano is an extension of Bitcoin, not Ethereum. Cardano is the final evolution of Bitcoin, in my humble opinion. So this is Ophilmos. Let's take a look at what it is here. This research performed by Matthias of IFG, Agalos, IOG, and chief scientist and cryptographer at the University of Edinburgh. Georgios Alexander of IOG and the University of Connecticut. Ophilmos readily gives provable security for levels of high corruption, but more research is needed on the algorithmic side to provide suitable classes of optimization for problems for which high usefulness can be provably demonstrated. All right, let's take a look here at the article. Not going to go over the whole thing because, wow, it's a doozy. Minimization of proof of work's energy cost and carbon footprint is one of the hotly discussed topics of the crypto space. Substituting proof of work primitive in Nakamoto's longest chain protocol with a proof of useful work has long been theorized as an ideal solution in many respects, but to this day the concept has lacked a convincingly secure realization. So this paper is about Ophilmos, a novel proof of useful work based blockchain protocol whose consensus mechanism simultaneously realizes a decentralized optimization problem solver. The consensus mechanism utilizes the work to solve computational problems of a practical interest to maintain the blockchain. Let's take a look at what this is. Now, we know what proof of work is, guys, all right? So your computer does a lot of complex mathematical equations. It solves a problem. It solves work. It does work. It uses your GPU, your graphics card, in order to do these complex equations. If you solve the problem, you get a reward, and that reward is Bitcoin. Okay? So POW ensures the security of the ledger by encouraging miners to complete and solving computational problems to be eligible to produce a new block. All right, so when you produce a block, you get a reward. The computational work maintains protocol security but requires significant power and resource usage. At the time of writing, Bitcoin has an annualized energy expenditure on par with many small to medium countries. Proof of useful work addresses the problem of energy efficiency by repurposing the computational effort required to maintain the protocol security to solve complex real-world problems, such as optimizing company logistics, event scheduling, for instance. One of the challenges of proof of useful work is to resolve the following dilemma. If the problems to be solved are truly useful coming from the real world, the attacker may direct the system to pose an easily solvable or already solved by the attacker problem instances. This will leverage the attacker's resources to produce more blocks than the honest participant. Okay. On the other hand, minimizing the attacker's ability to leverage their block production may require posing random problem instances, thus rendering the system's computations useless in practice. So pretty much, basically what this means is that proof of useful work sounds good in theory, you know, solving real world problems with your computer hardware. Kind of like, you know, think about it like this. Now, this might be the incorrect analogy. Proof of useful work would be like powering your laptop while sitting on a treadmill. Okay, so every time you pedal, that's how your laptop gets power. When you stop pedaling, it does not get any power. So you have to constantly do it to solve a real world problem. But the problem with that is that, you know, if that problem is randomized, you could get a non-useful problem out there in the world, or an attacker could come in and do an easily solvable problem and be able to get more blocks. Okay, if that makes any sense. I don't know if that was the right analogy, but yeah. Ophielmo solves this dilemma with formal security and usefulness analysis. And let's take a quick look at this here. So clients publish problems to be solved and rewards to be paid to successful miners. Just as in POW, miners work on these problems to participate in a lottery that decides eligibility for block creation. In pure POW, this lottery consists of repetitively hashing a challenge together with counter against the target value. The lottery is won when the hash value lies below the target. Note that in pure POW, a single query is fast while the probability of reaching the target is small. For multiple reasons, it is advisable to keep a single query relatively fast, which minimizes the probability that multiple blocks are published concurrently. For instance, on the other hand, the client problem instances should be non-trivial to solve so that outsourcing the computation is attractive. For proof of useful work, it is thus natural to aim at classes of computational that are complex as a whole yet divisible to small uniform steps. Each steps will be required the same amount of work and correspond to a single query of pure proof of work. So that is pretty cool, guys. I think we're gonna stop there. I don't want to bore you with all this computer science here, but pretty much there's a pool of tasks that need to be done. The miners will bid on who solves those problems, and then the miners who solve the problems, when we're talking about proof of useful work, get rewarded. Pretty much. That's the TLDR version of Ophielmos. Now, again, I'm not a I'm not a computer scientist, so if I made any mistakes, please let me know. Oh, also, this paper here is available, so I would highly recommend that you guys read it, because this could be in the next iteration of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to have to do something. Don't believe me? Why do you think Ethereum right now is trying to everything in their power to get to proof of stake, because they know proof of work at its current form is unsustainable. All right, guys, so that's it pretty much, guys. Thank you to OneCom, ticker symbol 1COMM. Really appreciate the sponsorship, guys. Go ahead, support your small stake pool operator out there. Follow OneCom on Twitter and Cardano for news and notes. 0% fees until at least the end of December 2022 for all new and existing delegators. I love you guys so much. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow with the Vechain and Cardano updates. Have an amazing day. Goodbye. I'd just like to say thank you so much to our wonderful Patreon subscribers. Guys, please consider clicking the link down below to join the Patreon crew. Really appreciate it, guys. Thank you to Maryland for Crypto, AmericanHomeRemedies.com, Farouz Den, Kyle Bachi, CryptoSVT.si, Angeltopia, DNC Vale, Leon Jackson II, Kragan, All Flare LLC. Again, guys, thank you so much. Consider clicking the link below and have an amazing day.